Ooh, look at these baos. Ooh, these are slightly bigger. These are Chinese bakery size. So you get half a dozen of these. They'll cost you about $20 Canadian. So you make these for about $2 to $2.50. So today we made close to 40 bao. Cost about $80 retail. So I made close to 40 bao for under $10.
Also known as bao. So let's get started.
So this is the brand that I use, T&T brand. It's an enriched bun flour. This is made by a local company called T&T. It's a really nice fluffy bao. I use this wide bowl because I can knead the flour right inside the bowl, so I don't have to take it out and put it on a board or put it on a table. So it's 3 cups of flour here. We're going to add a cup and a half of cold water. I'm using instant rice, instant yeast. So you can use the regular yeast, but I'm using the instant yeast, a lot faster. What about a tablespoon of instant rice yeast in, I got about a quarter cup of water here. So this is warm water, so you don't want the water to be too hot. So first we're just going to add 3/4 teaspoon of salt. So we're just going to mix the salt into the flour. Teaspoons of baking powder. We call it magic baking powder. Add the instant yeast with the water, so it's activated. So I'm just going to add a cup and a half of cold water. So it's 2-to-1 ratio. There's 3 cups of flour here. So I'm going to add a cup and a half of water. We're just going to mix it up. So I'm just using chopsticks here. You can use a wooden spoon, or you can use a fork, or whatever you like. But chopsticks is really good for mixing. So you can use all-purpose flour for this recipe as well. So I've used the all-purpose flour. So this is actually just a brand of flour by T&T. So now I'm just going to wrap the dough with a piece of cellophane. So just let it rest. So this dough you should let rest for at least an hour. So it's been about an hour and a half. So just knead this dough for 3 or 4 minutes. So I've been kneading this for a few minutes already. So it's looking good. It's kind of sticky, but it's not really sticking. So now we're ready for the next step.
For the filling, we're going to add some tasty Chinese barbecue duck and some Chinese barbecue pork from our dinner last night. We're going to add some ground pork, Chinese sausages, and some diced Chinese mushrooms. So you can add your own favorite ingredients. I like to add some chopped onions for flavor and texture. So give that a quick stir fry. You can use your wok or a pan to stir fry your ingredients. So I also add some green onions and 3/4 cups of water or chicken broth with a sauce. Here we have some kohlrabi cabbage. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of salt. I use sea salt. 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. Half a teaspoon of chicken soup base. I put in 2 or 3 tablespoons of Chinese oyster sauce, my favorite sauce. And finally add 2 to 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce, also known as regular soy sauce. It only takes about 5 to 7 minutes to stir fry your ingredients. Add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch in 1/3 cup of water to thicken your sauce. And let the ingredients cool off for at least 1 to 2 hours before making your baos.
So I'm going to make a bao or a baozi right now. Just have a little bit of this peanut oil. You can use any kind of vegetable oil. So just make sure it doesn't stick. So this doesn't really stick that much, but a little bit of oil goes a long way. So just flatten it out a little bit. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of this filling. It has Hong Kong style barbecue pork. It has Hong Kong style roast duck. Just press it down a little bit to get the filling in. I have the Hong Kong style barbecue duck and the Hong Kong style barbecue pork in this filling. So also add green onions and Chinese mushrooms. So this is a simple filling, the Southern China flavors. So we put it. You need to put it on a piece of parchment paper or wax paper. So we got the water going. So it's at medium high to high heat. So make sure it's steaming really hot. There's lots of steam. There's lots of water and a wire rack on the bottom. So I put the tray of buns in, cover with a lid, and let it steam anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. It's been about 15 minutes. Let's have a look at the results. Wow, look at that. Ooh, turned out really nice. The bao is really fluffy, so it didn't have room to expand, so they're pretty well wall to wall. Lots of flavor. Hong Kong style barbecue duck with the Hong Kong style barbecue pork in the filling. You gotta try this. So on this run we turn the bao upside down, so the bottom becomes the top, so they're really smooth on top, and the rough part is now on the bottom. So just let the water come to a boil. So lots of water in there. So just steam it for 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes, and up to 20 minutes. I've done it for 20 minutes. Comes up pretty good. So now we're going to check the upside down bao. Ooh, they turn out really fluffy. On this run here, you see the side here. It rises just like bread, you know. So it has a good sidewall because it had no place to go. So it went up. So you can see the good rise on these. These are pretty tall. Wow, that's nice. That's good. I'll leave these out for a while. So just make sure you tighten the tops a bit, and so they don't leak. Generally they don't leak anyway, but good to have nice presentation. The rack on the bottom, lots of water. So put the Baozi in, cover and steam for 12 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to check the next round of bao here. Wow! Ooh, look at these baos. Ooh, these are slightly bigger. These are Chinese bakery size. So you get half a dozen of these. So it'll cost you about $20 Canadian. So you can make these for about $2 to $2.50.
Now you can order the products and ingredients that I use in my cooking videos. Just click the link below in the description for the Chinese cooking accessory guide. You can order everything online, including the wok that I use and some of the equipment that I use.
We have the filling with the ground pork and the cabbage. This is raw. We put soy sauce, light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, oyster flavor sauce. We put some ginger, chopped ginger. It's our version of bao using a traditional bao recipe. So this is my big bao coming up. Wow, look at that. It's bigger than the ones you get in the store. Wow. I'm just going to show you the filling on this thing. Oh, look at that, look at that. Wow, look at that, look at that. You're not going to get this in a Chinese bakery. You get this at home. Thanks for checking out my video. And please give me a thumbs up. And be sure to check out some of my other videos on this channel. And please subscribe.
If you get a chance, check out my other channel, the award-winning Chinese cooking channel.